For an entire 2 months, I have been preparing myself for some of the biggest adventure of my life. A 3,500 nautical mile crossing of the Atlantic Ocean from the Canary Islands to the West Indies. I had checked everything, from the boat herself, the systems on board, my communication devices, what I was going to eat, and how I was going to sleep. So I said goodbye to Sophie, who I normally sail with and who was going to fly to France during the time I would be at sea.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so sad. Remember to film.
I will try my hardest.
The world of YouTube is counting on you.
I know.
This documentary is also counting on you,
That's
Ryan.
right. That's right. We need to have 50 hours of footage to make a 1-hour documentary.
Correct.
Yeah. Gee, honey. String up for weeks.
All right.
Love you.
Mwah.
Bye.
Have fun.
You too. See you.
Bye.
Drive safe.
Well, this is weird. And off we go. Whew. This is extremely weird. So I will see Ryan again in 3 weeks in Antigua, and between now and that moment, we will both have lived a very strong experience, and it's hard to wrap my mind around that from now on, what is happening until he arrives in Antigua is going to be this huge thing. Oh, that's so, whew, it's a lot to take in.
Okay, it is January 24th, 12:15 UTC. I am Ryan Ellison, sitting on the Polar Seal, and this is Thoughts from the Nav Station. This is my blog, podcast, captain's log, many things combined, of my solo trip across the Atlantic. So yeah, I'm nervous, I'm excited. It's just like, I think it's just always the unknown, you know, like, I don't know, like, I kind of know what to expect. I've done 2 ocean crossings before, I've done thousands of miles on the boat, but like by yourself, you know, and ocean crossings are always a little stressful because you never know what's going to break, and you're really left to fend for yourself out there. Well, honey, I'm going to miss you so much. I actually feel pretty relaxed at the moment, to be like, everything's just done and I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, you probably had all the nerves before, like this morning.
Yeah, I find that my anxiety really comes in the mornings, so that's probably what makes morning departures really hard, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But it's really sad because we always leave together, you know?
Yeah. You better be safe.
I'll be safe. You too. Anyways, well, I love you a lot, honey. I'm gonna miss you so much.
Yeah, I miss you too already. I'll see you in 3 weeks.
Bye, honey.
Bye. Love you.
Love you.
Mwah. Everything will be fantastic, don't worry. Enjoy the sailing. See you on the other side.
See you guys. Bye. Bye. See ya. With a lot of excitement and a bit of nervosity, I untied the lines at Marina Rubicon in Lanzarote, feeling confident that all the hard work I had put into my preparations would secure a smooth passage for myself and the boat. But in spite of all the effort I put into every single detail, nothing could have prepared me for what was going to happen not only 36 hours after I left the dock. I have to say I'm a bit sad Sophie's not with me. We've done every passage together, but this has been our journey and our trip, and this is a cool experience for me, so it's a great opportunity, but it just sucks a little bit because this will be the first time like sailing without her, so that's probably the thing that probably gets me the most emotionally. I've already realized a lot of the stuff that like she helps me out with, like soloing like this and filming, like, oh, it's so much stuff you gotta, and if you are not like planned out and ready, you're just gonna miss stuff. So hopefully I can live up to the filming standards. We shall see. Got my bed all made up. Polar seal, put the lee cloth up in a little bit. Should probably put my computer away. Got, yeah, just everything's coming together.
How's it going?
I think tomorrow and Wednesday are going to be a bit hard sailing.
So. Yeah. Well, I mean, at least you get a nice quiet start. That's the best thing.
Yeah, I agree. So, how about you? How was the rest of your day?
I was okay. How's the sea state?
It's just flat.
Oh, that's amazing.
Some wind waves.
That's really nice. That's perfect. Cool. How does it feel to be alone on the boat?
Yeah, it's pretty okay. I'm just a bit nervous about tomorrow night.
Yeah. The hardest part of this trip, hopefully, is behind you. Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good morning. First night is done. There was a few ships. I can see some on the horizon. They're going down the coast of Africa to avoid the Suez, I suppose. But they're staying out of my way, so I'm okay with it. I haven't had a lot of wind, and it's not from a great direction. It's straight behind. So I've been screwing around with sails. We're only doing like 3 or 4 knots. So I'm supposed to pick up today, though, so whatever. I'm not asking for more. There's no cosmic ordering going on. First full day on the Polar Seal. It's kind of cloudy and a little cold. I would like to get south so I'm not so cold at night, but then I'm gonna be bitching because it's too hot during the day. So you just can't have it right. I'm new to this solo sailing thing. I wanna just keep it fairly conservative. So we've been going between like 3.5 and 4.5 knots. The other reason I'm going that slow is because my router had suggested I hit a certain waypoint at or after midnight tonight. So that's in 12 hours. And if I do that, I should be able to avoid most of the heavy winds coming through the acceleration zone. So just waiting. It's kind of a boring grayish day. Been listening to a few podcasts, had some breakfast, had a really good night's sleep last night, even though it was off and on and intermittent. So I'll probably take a nap here before the winds come. So we'll see. We'll see. Yes, ma'am. I hear you okay. You're slightly broken, but I can generally understand you. Over.
Hola, sí. We have information about immigrant boat very close to your present position. Could you copy the position?
About an hour ago, I received a text message from Ryan telling me that he was going to make a sharp turn to port side because he was contacted by the Coast Guard. And he needed to go to a certain set of coordinates to confirm the sighting of a migrant raft. And so he turned, he's splashing into the waves, and, you know, obviously, oh my god, it's so sad. Oof. Well, I'm glad he's okay, but fuck.
Yes, ma'am. Just give me a moment to put that in my plotter here and see where it is relative to me. One moment, please. Okay, understood. I'll make way there. And just to confirm, the coordinates were 27 degrees 03 1.775 north and 14 degrees 34 minutes 475 west. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it's correct.
Okay, understood. It'll take me about 40 minutes to probably get that way. And I'll keep you posted in a little bit here. Over and out. A little bit of chaos going here. It's windy as hell. Seas are somewhat not nice. But as many of you know, there's a migrant crisis around the world. And it's pretty sad what some of these people will go through just to have a better life. So there's a lot of migrant rafts on this part of the world, and they're really just hoping they get in the raft and they hope they hit the Canaries. In this case, they have missed. So I just got a call from the Rescue Coordination Center, and they are wondering if I could go take a look at a particular coordinates to see if there is actually a raft there. This is how we roll on the seas, and we've had people help us out before, and I'm sure these people will be very happy if we can get a rescue boat to them. So, never seen this on the chart before, but I knew it could happen. So where I'm going right now, the search and rescue plane is heading here also. So that's actually an airplane on the AIS screen. And then, well, there's two tankers next to me. The one that's closest, who I've been trying to coordinate with, refuses to pick up the radio, which I think is really sad, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Could you just give me some information about the conditions? Do they
It's really hard for me to tell because I think that they still have some propulsion with the boat, but it looks like everything's okay. They're holding up a, one second.
Okay, thank you very much for the information. I will estimate that in 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
10 minutes, Roger. They're holding up a big orange flag as well. Over. Oh man, this is nuts. So I found the raft. I'm trying to stay away from them because I think they actually have propulsion. And there's a lot of people. So it's a lot of people and it's really fucking sad. The search and rescue helicopter is going to be here in about 10 minutes. And it looks like maybe this other tanker's turning around. That would be nice, but we'll see. There's too many people for them to come on my boat. That was never our plan, so fuck, this is super sad. Hello. Yeah, I'm fine. I found the raft, so yeah, it's super sad. There's probably 20 to 30 people on this small fucking boat.
Are they alive?
Yeah. They're all alive. They were holding up a big flag. I think they have propulsion is a thing, and I didn't want to get close to them, so I'm just staying away. But the seas are really fucking rough, so it's hard for me to even stay out here like this.
Are you gonna need to be on the spot for a long time, or can you go on?
Well, there's another helicopter, and I mean after dark, I'm not going to be able to see them anymore. So
they're gonna have to make it. There's a tanker that's not far away from me. I've been trying to get a hold of the tanker because they could probably stay unseen a little easier than I can. But they just passed. I tried to call the tanker like 4 times, and they just kept ignoring me. So it looks like they may be turning now. I don't know. So, yeah. Let me call you here in a little bit.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that everything is okay. You can email me. You don't have to call. All right. I love you. Bye.
As the sun went down, the sea state started getting worse and worse, and I gave up filming for obvious reasons. I had to concentrate really hard to keep visual contact with the raft's flashlight, which would disappear and reappear behind the waves that were getting higher and higher. I did not know how long this operation was going to take, and although the conditions were worsening, there was no doubt in my mind I would be staying until these people would be rescued. But because I received very limited instructions on what to do from the Coast Guard, I called Sophie and asked her to coordinate with Las Palmas Rescue Center.
I was on the phone with Las Palmas Radio. Okay, so the search and rescue boat is on his way to your position.
Yeah.
It is probably going to take 2 hours, and Las Palmas Radio would really appreciate it if you could stay.
Yeah, fuck. It's just, this is getting really scary.
I told them that the sea state is bad.
Yeah.
But they need someone to keep an eye on the boat. How are you doing?
Well, this sucks. I mean, I'm nervous and I can't see shit. They're shining a light, but I'm just worried when I get too close to them, you know? The thing is I can't see the boat. I mean, I see a light every now and then, but I can't. I just don't know how far away they are, and I'm running like a parallel course, and the problem is the waves are on my beam.
Yeah.
So it's throwing me around.
As the hours went on, the confused seas got bigger and bigger, and a freak wave made its way into the cockpit, getting everything soaked, myself included. I was very cold, tired, shaking, and had not eaten in a few hours. Despite my best efforts to keep a cool head, I was starting to lose it emotionally. As tears were rolling down my face, I began to feel conflicted over my own feelings. How could I feel bad about this situation when all these people were at risk of dying in this tiny boat, and I was out here for fun? Why was I not able to keep it together?
Yes, hello. This is Sophie, the shore support of the sailing vessel Polar Seal again. Polar Seal is getting really beat up by the waves currently, and the captain is alone on board. So he is starting to be a little scared for his own safety.
Yes, I thought that there was more people in the Polar Seal.
No, he is alone on board.
Alone. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Maybe 20-30 minutes from our helicopter.
Okay, so when the helicopter arrives, can he leave?
I think so.
Okay. I will advise Polar Seal that in 20 minutes from now, the helicopter should be on the spot. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it.
As I'm telling you this story, it has been 2 months since that fateful night in January, and I still struggle with feelings of inadequacy, even though I know these people are alive today.
Honey, what's wrong?
No, it's just super emotional, you know? It's like, there's like 30 people on a fucking group trying to have a better life, and they're out in this fucking shit sea condition, you know? And like, here I am on a big plastic boat, like, for fun, you know? Like, it's super emotional. The rescue helicopter is back on scene, and they said I could leave. I'm turning back on course. I'm in a boat away for a while.
Okay. Okay.
Everything's a salty mess, but she said the lady in the helicopter. Oh man, super emotional. The lady in the helicopter said when she called back to me, she's like, those people probably wouldn't have made it through the night if you wouldn't have stayed there. I'm safe, and those 30 people or whatever on the boat are going to be safe. The rescue boat's almost there. They'll be there in about an hour, I think.
Okay.
So, that was not what I was expecting to happen at the end of the day, you know?
I know.
I mean, I feel good about it. I don't feel good that I trashed the cockpit and everything in it, but luckily I had the hatch cover closed. I hope your camera's okay. I had it kind of stowed away somewhere. I think it will be okay, but I'll have to check.
No one cares about the camera, okay?
Yeah. Oh, the helicopter's going somewhere else now.
Okay, well...
Fuck. And I wonder if there's more than one boat out here. Because, like, I'm seeing a couple different lights now. Like, this is kind of crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I may have been circling multiple and I didn't even realize it, you know?
It could be.
Huh?
It could be. But
Yeah.
you've done the job, Ryan. It's okay.
Alright, I'm gonna let you go. This is starting to get expensive, but okay, bye.
Yeah, don't care about the money.
I'll call you later.
Yeah, call me later.
I'll call you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Good morning. Today is Thursday, 27th of January, and when I woke up this morning, someone had sent me a link to an article about how over 300 migrants have been rescued between the night of Tuesday the 25th and Wednesday the 26th. I went online, I looked at Twitter, the Spanish Rescue had tweets about the operation, lots of Spanish and Canarian media have articles about the situation, and from the stories that I can read, yeah, this is what Ryan went through.
But on my way out, she said to me, if you wouldn't have stayed there tonight, these guys would have died. And these guys see this every day, and she was just like, if you wouldn't have been here, they would have died tonight. Because they were not going the right direction. And it's a big freaking ocean out there. But what made it even sadder is as I was leaving, I actually saw 2, 3, 4 more flashlights out there. There were rafts everywhere that I could tell, that I thought I was seeing. And they weren't fishing boats. And the helicopter started going to those lights, and pretty soon I noticed the helicopter was just doing big laps, just trying to keep an eye on everybody. There was nothing I could really do at that point, so they said I could head on my way. But I could see him operating for about an hour on the AIS. The rescue boat finally came. I mean, everybody just wants to have a good life. 99% of people in life just want to have a good life. They want to have food on the table like you have. They want to have a warm place to sleep at night. They want to be educated. They want to have a nice job. It's all people want. We're so worried about our own selves that we forget about that sometimes. And I'm just out here floating around for fun. But the tradition of the high seas lives on, so I think I did my part last night. Helping out some people, hopefully. Hopefully I actually contributed a bit. And then I was jacked up on adrenaline, obviously, and the boat, because we'd entered some pretty crazy seas, you know, all the sounds that it takes you a few days to get rid of were in play, so I spent like an hour trying to deal with the sounds, the boat. Then when I tried to put the main up, the halyard was all wrapped around the mast, so it took me about an hour to sort out. I was cold, tired, wet. It was not how I started the day yesterday, that's for sure. I did manage to sleep a bit. I actually slept downstairs in my bed last night. I would go up every couple hours just to check, but there was nothing around. So I'm gonna go motor for a little bit, I guess. I'm just in a wind shadow right now. So yeah, sorry for the bad news, but at least we know a bunch of people probably had a warm place to sleep last night. Yeah. Nothing that happens to me on this trip is going to compare to what they went through. And I think that's a good thing to keep in perspective.